There's a quick check off the highway not too far away from where I live. It's the only thing open 24/7 in my rural, middle-of-nowhere town. It's about a 25-minute drive if I'm speeding, which I usually am. So for all the city people out there, that basically means it's right next door. My sleep schedule is awful, and because of that, I've been to that quick check more times than I can count. I like to think I blend in pretty well, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of the night shift workers recognize me by now. This happened just last week, so the details are still painfully fresh. It was a little past midnight. I was coding on my laptop, fully in that zone where your brain feels like a machine, where the world outside your screen doesn't even exist. Around 2 a.m., hunger hit me like a brick. I hadn't eaten in hours, and I figured I'd grab something from the quick check before the night slipped away entirely. The road there is dead quiet at that hour, just a ribbon of faded asphalt slicing through the dark. When I finally pulled in, the lot was empty except for one car, a beat-up truck sitting off to the side. I ordered a sandwich and started pacing the aisles while I waited. I've never been great at standing still, and with caffeine buzzing through my veins, pacing feels like breathing. I was wandering near the back of the store when I noticed something that made me stop. Someone was sitting on the floor at the end of the aisle, cross-legged, facing the refrigerators. At first I thought I was imagining it, my brain glitching from too much caffeine and too little sleep. But when I looked again, he was still there. A man in a brown coat and jeans, perfectly still, just sitting there, looking into the refrigerator doors like he was watching something inside them. I don't know why I did it, but I decided I wanted a closer look. I walked a few aisles over and turned the corner, trying to make it seem casual. But the second I looked his way, he whipped his head around, his eyes locked onto mine like he'd been waiting for me to notice him. I froze. His face was off. His eyes were too wide, the whites showing all around like he was terrified or high or both. His lips were trembling constantly, but not in any normal way. They were vibrating. His posture was twisted, strained, like sitting there was painful but he couldn't move. And the expression he gave me wasn't a smile, wasn't anger, just blank, utterly empty, like his face was a mask and the person behind it had already left. I looked away and headed for the counter as quickly as I could without outright running. My sandwich wasn't ready yet, so I stood there, trying not to glance back toward that corner. But my curiosity got the better of me. I looked. He was gone. I didn't hear footsteps. I didn't see him move. He just wasn't there anymore. I tried not to think about it. I paid for my food, took the bag, and got out of there. I thought that was the end of it. As I was turning onto the highway, something caught my eye. Someone was sprinting across the parking lot, fast. I looked back just long enough to see a brown coat vanish into the shadows near the truck parked by the side of the lot. I didn't wait to see what he was doing. I drove. The night swallowed the road behind me. The glow of the quick check lights faded until it was just me, the hum of the tires, and the void stretching in every direction. I was maybe 5 minutes from home when I noticed headlights appear in my rearview mirror. At first, I didn't think much of it, but they were getting closer, fast. I figured it was a cop, so I eased off the gas. No flashing lights came on. The car just kept approaching until the glare filled my mirror. That's when I realized it wasn't a cop car. It was a truck. His truck. My heart started hammering in my chest. I pressed my foot down again, hard. The truck matched my speed. Then it started flashing its high beams, honking. I didn't know what to do. There was nowhere to turn off, nowhere to go, just endless road and darkness. I pushed harder on the gas. 90, 95, 100. The road was a blur. My pulse felt like it was going to explode through my skin. I swerved into the right lane, hoping he'd pass me. Instead, he swerved too, staying right behind me, his headlights jerking wildly as he tried to keep up. I let off the gas for half a second, thinking about pulling onto the shoulder. That's when he hit me. The impact jolted through the car like a thunderclap. My hands gripped the wheel instinctively, knuckles white. He hit me again. Not hard enough to spin me out, but enough to tell me this wasn't random. He was trying to make me crash. Panic doesn't even begin to describe what I felt. Every second stretched into an eternity. My mind was screaming at me to think, to do something, anything, and then instinct took over. I saw his truck closing in again, and right before he hit me a third time, I swerved left and slammed on the brakes. The world lurched forward. His headlights whipped past mine. He lost control. I saw the truck fishtail, swerve, and then spin completely off the road into the dark field beyond. I didn't stop to see what happened next. I don't even remember breathing until I pulled into my driveway. My hands were shaking so badly that I could barely unlock the front door. I called the police as soon as I got inside. They took my statement, though I couldn't give them much. The road was unmarked, and the night made everything feel unreal. But I know what I saw. The cameras at the quick check must have caught something. It's been a week. I haven't heard back yet. My car's still scraped where he hit me, but it's drivable. I keep telling myself it's over, that he spun out, maybe ran off into the field and left it there. But sometimes, when I'm lying awake around 2 in the morning, I'll think about that man sitting on the floor, staring into the refrigerator. And I wonder if he ever saw something in that reflection, something that's now looking back for me. If you've ever had a late-night encounter that still haunts you, share it below. I'm listening.